Hi friend, welcome to Dave and Jen Ignite. Today we're going to give you the 5 sections of the Old Testament. And hopefully at the end you're going to find out that yes, this was indeed helpful, and you'll click that like button and even subscribe and maybe ring that bell so that you can get the notifications whenever we upload new videos. So let's get right into it. Here we go. In the Old Testament we have labeled, organized, said from human origins, just, hey, here's an easy way to remember these segments. These writings seem to be grouped by these categories. And the first category is called the law. You've heard Jesus refer to this in the New Testament when he speaks about the law and the prophets. That first segment is the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Those 5 books are also frequently referred to as the Pentateuch. So all kinds of helpful information here today. So the first segment is the law. The second segment is called the history books. History. And so that marches right on with Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, and Esther. Those books have some great stories in them as well, some great history of the Israelite nation. So that's segment number 2. Segment number 3, wisdom and poetry. This is a beautiful segment, and I love this segment because when I was a new follower of Jesus Christ, and that's really who this channel is geared towards, those who are new or renewed in their faith and in their walk with Jesus Christ. When I was new in my walk with Jesus Christ, I graduated from high school. I was a brand new believer, and my church gave me a book called Words of Wisdom for graduation. And it had lots of, actually all of the book of Proverbs in there. And it really proved to be extremely helpful for making better choices than I'm sure I would have had I not been reading that at the time. So the poetry and wisdom books, and that's Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. So that's segment 3. Segment 4 is called the major prophets. Now don't think in terms of major and minor prophets in the sense of better and not so good. Most of it's about the length of the letters, the length of the books. So that's all great, but the 4th segment is called the major prophets, and that is where we get Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, and Daniel. Those are the major prophets. And then we do have the minor prophets. And this is the segment where a lot of us struggle just to say the names of the books. It is a challenge, at least for most of us, especially as new or renewed followers of Jesus Christ. So Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. That's the 5th segment called the minor prophets. Well, hopefully this has been helpful. It's a brief video, but gives you an overview of the Old Testament organization in the English Bible. There you go. Again, if you find this helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll try to get more helpful information to you as soon as we can. We try to upload about once a week. You can help us to get you what you would like, what will add value to your life, by just making comments and telling us, hey, that was helpful, or, that wasn't. Let us know. We want to hear your comments. A question for today is this: what's your favorite book in the Old Testament? Maybe you are brand new and you haven't read the Old Testament yet. I want to encourage you. There's some great lessons to be learned from the Old Testament. And we'll do another video about themes throughout the Bible, including all the way through the Old Testament. But we'll save that for another time. Until then, I'm Dave of Dave and Jen Ignite. God bless you. The second section is the history. And that picks up right after that, the Deuteronomy, and goes right into Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Samuel. Okay, never mind, that's not right. Hang on.